to Chit Chat with First Lady Modesty, aka Miss Fabulous. Today is the day that we spring forward. That's right. If you are watching this podcast, I hope that you remember to set your clock forward 1 hour. We lost 1 hour of sleep. But if you know, like I know, you are so grateful that God woke you up this morning. For this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. I know I'm glad this morning, aren't you? Speaking of gladness, I am so happy to have a very special guest with me today. You know I love my younger people. I'm not just going to say young people. I'm going to say younger people because I'm still young, okay? Don't get it twisted. All right now, so in the studio with me is the very lovely, she goes simply by Simone, but I like her name. So I'm just going to refer to her as Rina Simone, which is still part of her first name. And so hopefully you don't mind that. But if you want me to, you know, I'll call you Simone.
No, I don't mind.
And so welcome to Chit Chat with First Lady Modesty. I had the pleasure of meeting this beautiful young lady last year with her aunt and her mom when they came to visit my boutique. And it's amazing how God will allow people to cross your path. And so one of the most wonderful news that I heard from her about 2 weeks ago, she says, First Lady Modesty, I started my business. OMG, to think that I had some inspiration in inspiring this young lady to go forth to do what God had been placing in her mind and on her heart all of this time. What a joy that was. I said, God, thank you for using me as an instrument. I'm so happy to be that vessel. But enough about me. Let's talk about the business at hand. So Simone, tell everyone the name of the business.
Oh, well, it's called KMS Beauty.
Yes.
We basically go with organic skincare for you, your babies. Basically everything that's in there can be used for your hands, face, your skin all the way around. Some of my stuff is even so organic it's edible.
Oh, wow. You can eat it too.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So let's go back to the beginning. Because first it started with a dream or a vision. What inspired you to do this?
Well, mainly my oldest son. He had a condition on his skin called molesty. He would break out really bad.
Okay.
He had really bad reactions to, you know, a lot of high-end name brand lotions and everything. He couldn't use them. They would just dry skin out. He ended up getting eczema. So me and my fiance was like, what can we do?
Okay.
So that's what caused me to start doing some research into shea butters, cocoa butters, mango butters, you know.
Okay.
And I just started whipping stuff up, used it on my skin because I have sensitive skin as well.
Okay.
And then I let him try it, and his skin's been clearing up ever since.
Ever since. Wow. And so we don't want to give away all of the ingredients, but the main ingredient, I believe, is the shea butter?
Yes.
Okay. So is it easy, just smooth to rub on? Because I've seen pure shea butter where you kind of, it's like chunky and you got to peel it off. But yours is like butter.
Yeah.
Like what you spread on toast.
Yeah, like once you put it on your skin, it just melts.
Yeah.
The way that we whip it, it just makes it so nice and airy and fluffy.
Okay.
So when your body heat touches it, it just melts on you.
All right. So when we talk about the body butter, is that the correct terminology?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me your top 3 sellers, the names of your top 3 sellers.
So my top 3 sellers would be my lemonade mimosa.
Oh, stop right there. Lemonade mimosa. Lemonade mimosa. Let's just pause right here and let's talk about that one first. I don't even want to move any further because we're in spring. You know, we're here in the South. People love iced tea. They love lemonade mimosa, and people love cocktails too. So you done made a concoction called lemonade mimosa body butter. Let's talk about that.
Well, lemonade mimosa is basically, it's one of my more therapeutic smells.
Okay.
So it gives you like that hint of that lemonade, but then the shea butter comes in and it just brings it out even more.
Right.
So it kind of gives it like that kind of like a champagne type smell behind it
Okay.
when it mixes in with the lemon.
Yes.
And it has just like a little small hint of that citrus from the lemonade and like the little bit of mango that's in there.
Yes, yes.
And it just brings it all the way out.
Okay, okay. You already know. That's the one that I'm going for. Because I'm bougie. Can be ghetto at some times, so I'm bougetto. So I'm going to have that lemonade mimosa going on. And I just believe from what you described, it has an energy type of scent that it creates an aroma that is uplifting and empowering, that says, I'm a boss and I'm in charge.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really does.
Yeah. So guess what? Simone isn't going anywhere. I said I was going to call her Rina Simone, but in order to get respect, you got to give respect. She goes by Simone, y'all. Simone is the owner of, say the name of the business again?
KMS Beauty.
KMS Beauty, natural health care for your skin. We're going to talk more with her when we come back. This is Chit Chat with First Lady Modesty, a.k.a. Miss Fabulous. Welcome back to Chit Chat. And again, in my studio is Rina Simone, a.k.a. just Miss Simone. But we're going to talk about that too a little bit later on in the show before we go. And so the last thing we were talking about was the lemonade mimosa. And so then after the lemonade mimosa, what's next?
We have a new one for our gentlemen. It's called Midnight Rush.
Midnight Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I can think about some things or two about that rush hour, but I'm not going to go there. Tell us about Midnight Rush.
Well, Midnight Rush was actually inspired by my brother.
Okay.
He wanted something that was just going to make it like his lady stick to him.
Right.
So he asked me to make him something personal.
Okay.
I ended up having a bunch left, and my fiance, he was like, let me try it.
Okay.
And ever since then, men been at his job was like, what are you wearing?
Right.
So he's been telling them, and it's been taken off ever since. It just has like that masculine smell.
Yes.
And he put his on probably like 2 days ago.
Right.
Showered and everything, and I still smell it on him.
Oh, wow. Midnight Rush has staying power. So fellas, make sure you get it. Now, I know women are used to, and we haven't talked about it, but you do a body scrub as well.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Midnight Rush come in a body scrub?
It is not yet.
Okay.
We're still working on it, making sure it's not overly powerful.
Right.
Because you don't want it to clash. You don't want, that overpowering smell when you're walking by.
Right.
You want something kind of subtle.
Yes.
And then when you put that body butter on to
Yes.
match it, you let your body butter do its job.
Right.
Instead of letting your scrub do it.
Okay. Fellas, listen up. You better get you some body butter. You know you want her to rub that body butter on you from the bald head all the way down to your toes. And I'm going to leave that alone. So after Midnight Rush, the next top seller would be?
My new one, Jamaican Bliss.
Jamaican Bliss. Tell us about that.
Well, Jamaican Bliss just has like a smell of all its own. It smells like vacation. Sitting on the beach, it just has that fresh, light smell. It comes in a really pretty green color.
Okay.
It kind of reminds you of, the Jamaican beach.
Yeah.
So that would be my next one.
Okay. So she has a variety of products. Tell the people where they can go to view your website. Give them all your information so they can go out there and look. They can place orders. And tell her First Lady Modesty sent you.
Well, you can place orders at KMS Beauty and skincare.com. We also have an Instagram. It is kms.beauty_. You can find the link there, and it'll take you directly to my site.
Okay, awesome. So we have body butter. We also have sugar scrubs, right? In the same aromas for the ones that you have that in. But then you do candles.
Yes.
So the men want to know, does the Midnight Rush come in a candle yet?
It actually has, we actually have a candle that's kind of similar to it.
Okay.
That one is called Hidden Springs.
Hidden Springs. Ooh. They say everything done in the dark come to light. That's all I'm going to say about that. Well, you keep going, Simone, because I'm about to be naughty over here.
And Hidden Springs has, you know, for the bachelors, it has that masculine smell for when you walk into your house.
Wait a minute, hold up. Not just for the bachelors.
Oh, it's for the husbands too.
Exactly. All right, don't exclude my husband now.
The husbands can use it too.
All right, all right.
Lord knows mine does.
Look it out for the married folks.
But it's more for, you know, gentlemen living by themselves, because you know females don't like a lot of masculine smells.
Okay.
We prefer kind of like those light, airy,
Yes.
fruity smells,
Yes.
fresh smells.
Yes.
But for these men, it's kind of like, okay, I'm a man.
Right.
This is my home,
Yes.
and it's gonna smell like my home.
Yes. Yes.
So
I have quite a few male friends that burn candles, believe it or not, because they understand the importance of a clean house and a good smelling house. So when you walk into their house, they want it to represent who they are. So I totally get that, and I appreciate you for looking out for our males. So thank you for doing that.
thank you.
So we got the body scrubs, we got candles. Does the lemonade mimosa come in a candle?
Lemonade mimosa does not. It comes in a body scrub.
Okay.
For the candle, we have a little something different. It'll go right along with it.
Okay.
It's called Summertime.
All right.
Yeah.
And we're headed towards summer, but we're going to spring right now is what we're doing right now. But yes, that just sounds so wonderful, so fabulous. I'm really excited. But I'm just curious, how did you come up with the name of the product line?
Well, the name actually was inspired by my 3 babies.
Oh,
My 2 kids
Yes.
and my dog.
okay.
Because it's Kendrick, Makai, and my dog 7.
No.
When they grow up, I want them to have something
Mm-hmm.
that is theirs
Okay.
and theirs alone.
All right.
Because they're toddlers right now.
Uh-huh.
We're building a foundation for
Yes.
them. So if they decide that, hey, my mom is gone, I'm going to keep her stuff going,
Right, right.
that'll be it.
Okay. So what you're doing is leaving an inheritance to your children and your children's children.
Yes.
Yeah, you got the mind of Christ. I'm so godly proud of you. If I hadn't said it, I want you to know I am very proud of you and all of your accomplishments, and you have done great things in a short period of time.
Thank you.
So keep up the good work. And so when we come back, we're going to get down to some real nitty gritty. She ain't quite ready for this, but I've been waiting all day to talk about it. Y'all going to be shocked when we come back. I'm First Lady Modesty, and you're watching Chitchat. And we're back with Chit Chat with First Lady Modesty. And in the studio audience is my special guest, Rina Simone, aka Simone, the owner of KMS Skincare. Is that right?
KMS Beauty.
KMS Beauty. I messed up on that one, but say it one more time.
KMS Beauty.
And how do they obtain it?
KMS Beauty and Skincare.com.
All right. So now that you have all of that information, we're going to move away from the business. I'm about to move over to the personal business. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I had an event called A Grown Woman's Conversation. Okay? Not going to tell you what we talked about at the Grown Woman's Conversation, but I'm going to let you know that Simone was one of the attendees. How many of you know that sometimes you got to release a thing in order for God to make some things happen for you? So once you release a thing, I'm going to say that one more time, God will open up a door and make some things happen for you. And very often, things aren't happening for you because you have not opened up your mouth. You've been so busy relying on mama and them, big mama, grandmama, whatever you want to call her, Medea, whomever. But God said that you needed to come to him and open up your mouth. So what I want to share with you is at the grown woman's conversation, Simone had a release. You know what? She opened up her mouth. And I'm not really putting her business out there, but what I'm trying to get to you is this. God is in the blessing business, and she done did a whole 360 degrees. And throughout this interview, you heard her talking about her and her fiance. They have 2 beautiful kids. I'm sure they got a lovely little pooch to go with the family, but guess what? They were living together. Not married, engaged. No judgment here, so don't get it twisted. But guess what? The wedding date moved 2 weeks ago. She getting married today, y'all. Won't he do it? Won't he do it? This is what I'm talking about. When you release a thing, God can move full speed ahead and do what needs to be done. They got a business together. They fixing their business with God. You know, that right there, I mean, I could just get up, jump. I could do a backward split, maybe not a cartwheel. I used to. I can't do no cartwheel no more. But what I'm saying is this. When she released it, God can't get anything to you with a closed mouth and even a closed fist. I ain't gonna go into the tithes and offerings right now because I feel my help coming out. I'm about to go church on you. But, Simone, would you admit that after that grown women's conversation, you had a release that brought on a certain boldness that allowed you to do exactly what we're doing today? We moved forward. That went over somebody's head. But it was good to me. It was good. I got that. Woo, thank you, Lord. That was for me. That was for me. And so, not going into detail, you know, what does this day mean to you?
It means a lot because it took us a long time to get to where we are today. When I say it was not easy,
right?
It wasn't easy.
Okay.
But to get here to this moment today, yes. I couldn't be more happy.
Yes.
I couldn't be more excited.
Yes.
And just knowing that I'm about to be spending the rest of my life with my best friend.
Yes.
I couldn't ask for a better day.
Yes. This is her wedding day today, y'all. I'm so excited for her and for him. I'm not, I can't wait. Wait a minute. People nosy. Well, hold your hand up. Y'all see this beautiful ring? Y'all see that? Girl, once you recognize your value, he will put a ring on it. But the minute that you just keep on allowing any and everything to happen, wait a minute. Ooh, look at these nails. Oh my God. This is what every young woman that desires to be married, this is what a ring should look like. This is what you should be looking like on your wedding day. When you make the decision to accept what you're going to accept and discard what you're going to discard, he either going to line up or he going to ship out. And I am so excited about this day, her wedding day. And so you all are having a small, intimate wedding today?
Yep, just immediate family, our kids, and a few friends. Nothing too big.
Nothing too big. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I making such a big deal about this? We still in COVID, y'all. COVID-19 You can't tell me that God can't bring people together and that he's still not performing weddings and marriages and opening up business. She is just being blessed beyond measure. And I am just so grateful that our paths have crossed and he has allowed this beautiful young lady to come into my life and me into hers. She's moving into the VIP status at Modesty's Boutique. She is a shopper. And so we're very appreciative of that as well. Simone, God bless your union. Let no man put under what God has joined. I truly believe that if you and your husband to be keep God first in everything, even in the smallest things. Lord, when you wake up in the morning, what would you have me to do? And keep all of your business in-house, meaning between you and him and the Father. He is the right person to go to. And so with that, everybody, we congratulate Simone on her wedding day. One more time, the website.
KMSbeautyandskincare.com.
And so she'll be Mrs. MRS. And so in closing, I want to leave you with these final remarks. Don't allow self-imposed limitations to keep you from fulfilling your dreams. For God allows ordinary people to do extraordinary things. See, it's not about your ability. It's always about him. Keep your mind, your heart, your faith. Stay focused on him, family. For God is no respecter of persons. The same thing that he did for me, he'll do for you too. We call this day and week blessed. You know why? Because we're blessed by the best. God is in the blessing business. Believe it. You heard it first right here on Chit Chat with First Lady Modesty.